In this video, we're going to work a little bit on how to simplify polynomial expressions. We're going to add them, subtract them, possibly multiply them, and see if after we simplify the expression, if we can classify it as a linear expression, an exponential expression, quadratic expression, or maybe it doesn't fit any of those. So the first problem I want to look at is we have two polynomials, and we are being asked to subtract them. So how am I going to deal with that? I am going to distribute my negative to both of the pieces there. So 3x plus 6, negative 7x minus 2. And now I want to look to combine my like terms. So 3x and negative 7x are like. So negative 4x, I've got positive 6 minus 2, so plus 4. We have simplified the expression, okay? That's just combining some like terms. Now, once we've simplified this expression, we want to see, is it linear, quadratic, or exponential, or maybe none of them? So things to look for. Look for your x. What power does the x have? In this case, x has a power of 1. So this is a first degree function, okay? First degree, and I'm actually right there, the right term. It's an expression, okay? First degree expression. If it's first degree, it is linear, all right? This is a linear function or linear expression. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, the second problem looks a lot like the first one. The difference is there's no subtraction here. There's also no addition. So mathematically, what you need to do when you have those two parenthesis sets right next to each other, you need to multiply. So we're going to take 3x times x, so 3x squared. 3x times negative 2, negative 6x, positive 6x, and minus 12. So these two terms are like. So 3x squared, negative 6x plus 6x is 0. You don't have to add 0 to an equation or expression. Let's see, minus 12. So the expression is simplified. Now I want to look to classify it. So I look for my x. I've got the x. It has a power of 2. So this is a second degree expression. If it is second degree, this is a quadratic. Okay. So we've simplified, we classified, we are done with that one. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. We have two things that we need to distribute. We need to distribute x here and this positive 2. So let's distribute out the x. So that's going to be 7x squared minus 9x. Let's go ahead and distribute the 2. So plus 6x and plus 2. Negative 9x and positive 6 are like. So 7x squared minus 3x plus 2. So those are now simplified. We've simplified the expression. Where is x? Well, I've got two of them in this problem. I have x squared here and I have x here. The degree is always based off of the higher power. So this little x right here in the middle next to the 3 only has a power of 1, but the 7x squared has a power of 2. So this is a second degree expression. Second degree tells us that this is quadratic. Okay. So let's see what else is in store for us. I'll pinch out here, zoom down. All right. So we want to be careful with this problem that we don't lose the notation. This whole expression up here is in the exponent position, or it's the power. So we do want to distribute, because that still works. So we've got, let's see, 4 to the 14x minus 21. Okay? So that's as simple as this is going to get for us. We're going to leave it. I'm okay with that. I want to know, where is x? Well, in this problem, x is in the exponent, so this is exponential. Exponential. There we go. Okay, so exponential function, or in this case, it's an expression, all right, because x is in the exponent position. Okay. So we've got a whole bunch of different stuff going on in this problem. We have 3x times x plus 2 raised to the second power. I want to make sure I'm following order of operations, and order of operations tells me I need to do my powers first. So temporarily, I am going to just leave that 3x on the outside, and I'm going to figure out what x plus 2 times x plus 2 is. All right. To square something means you're multiplying that something, in this case the x plus 2, times itself. So let's go ahead and multiply this out. So we've got, let's see, x squared plus 2x plus another 2x plus 4. So inside the parentheses here, this term and this term are like, so x squared plus 4x plus 4. And then I want to address the fact that I have a 3x sitting in front, and I'm going to distribute again. All right. So distribute, let's see, that would be 3x cubed plus 12x squared, and then plus 12x. Okay. So this expression is as simple as it's going to get. Now, if we try and classify it, I'm going to look for my x. Well, I've got 3 of them. All right. I have an x down here. This is x to the first. I have an x here, which is x to the second, and I have an x here, which is x to the third. Highest power will tell me my degree. So this is a third degree. All right. Whoops, spelled it right. Third degree expression, which means it's not linear. Linear is first degree. It's not quadratic, because quadratic is second degree. And it's definitely not exponential, because in exponential, the exponent is the variable. So I believe this one is none of these. Whoa, I don't know what just happened there. Let's try that again. None of these. Okay, so it doesn't fit into linear, quadratic, or exponential. All right. All right. So last problem here, looking to add some polynomial terms. The nice part about adding is no signs are going to change. Okay, so minus 4 minus 6x to the fifth plus 8x to the third. Look for some like terms. So I've got x to the fifth and minus 6x to the fifth. So minus or negative 5x to the fifth, plus 3x to the third, and a plus 8x to the third, so plus 11x to the third, minus 2 minus 4, so minus 6. So that is simplified. Please do not combine these two terms. X to the fifth is not like to x to the third, so can't combine those. Let's see. If we find our x, we've got 2 of them. X to the third, x to the fifth. Highest power is x to the fifth. So this is a fifth degree expression, which means, again, none of these. All right. It's not linear, it's not quadratic, it is not exponential, so we classify it as none of those. Okay. So hopefully this has been a pretty decent review of 2 things. So thing 1 was being able to manipulate your polynomials, whether you're adding them, subtracting them, multiplying them, raising them to a second power. So being able to multiply those out and deal with it, combine like terms, all that good stuff. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing is the classification of whether it's quadratic, linear, exponential, or, as in the last 2 problems, just it doesn't fit any of those categories.